everyone. So if it is convenient for you, please do keep your videos on so that it's more interactive through the meeting. And to remind us as to why we have these meetings is to continuously, be prompted, be provoked to keep growing, to keep learning on various strategies that are required to ensure that our businesses grow. So that's the idea of these meetings. And we mainly focus on a company or an organization that's in a pathfinder stage of business, that is, which is already taken off, and they're trying to see which path to take for scaling up of growth. So that's the businesses that we focus on. My name is Thomas. I'm the founder and CEO of Rejola IT Services. We create customized software solutions, mobile apps, AI software, and all that. We have a community called bacommunity.me where you can register and you can network with other entrepreneurs who are registered on that portal. We have a tool called bgsm.rejola.com where you can set goals, track it, just like a personal coach. You can use a tool for doing that. You can track it on a daily basis. We have a WhatsApp group where you can post about your business, ask for referrals, share referrals, ask ideas, anything interesting. So today's topic is hiring right sales team. So this is we started this series in the past few weeks where we are speaking on this specific topic on sales team, hiring the right people, creating a high performing sales team. So that's the topic that we are taking. So for me personally, this is a very difficult topic because I've been a salesperson for 20 plus years, but I have not to be very honest, I have not successfully created a sales team from scratch. So it's a very, very difficult topic for me myself, and I'm so excited that we are doing this topic today because I get to hear from everyone on your views, and I know I can learn apart from whatever ideas I have. So the format is simple. I'll share for a few minutes, and then each one of you will also share. You can introduce yourself so that everybody understands your background and also connect with you after the meeting. And please remember this meeting is getting recorded and it will be put on the social media. So even over there also, people may look at it and may connect with you. So it's a very good opportunity to, present about your product or your service to a much wider audience. Okay, so now coming to the topic, this particular quote by Jim Collins. I'm sure all of us would have heard Jim Collins, all the great books that he has written, like Good to Great and other books. And in Good to Great, he makes this particular quote. He says, "The key to building a great company is getting the right people on the bus, the wrong people off the bus, and the right people in the right seats." And we all understand that sales team is the cornerstone for scaling up. So the entrepreneur might start and with all the energy that he or she might have, they may build up a good team, maybe 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, 30 people. But once it reaches a particular size and once they have a set of customers and revenue, going beyond that will be difficult if only the entrepreneur is trying to do all of the business development activity. Sales and having a well-functioning sales department, we all understand is a cornerstone to ensure that the company continues to keep growing. Whatever charisma that the entrepreneur had initially, ultimately it has to be taken forward by a team of sales. So that's the reason why we are doing this series also. So the first one is hiring right sales team. A model where I would recommend an intern to leader model. That is, have a pipeline of prospects of sales team. Have interns whom you can coach, you can train, and you can invest in them, and then try to identify from those interns as to who can eventually become the sales engineers or sales managers and sales leaders in the organization. So one advantage is you can observe longer simulation and evaluation rounds, and low risk financially because you're not taking on a very senior person and incurring huge financial losses. However, a few other aspects of this is let's say you may have 4 interns, and in sales, especially what I have observed is they don't continue. So out of 4, only one might continue. So that's something, and which is better to happen during internship rather than you recruit somebody and then you figure out that the person is not a good fit. So this is one model. Of course, we have used this model for our the programming team, the development team, and it's working amazing. It's doing really good. Now, maybe we can have your opinion to tell whether this model will actually work even for sales or not. I believe we should all try this model, intern to leader. Second one is to identify the right sales team or hiring the right sales team is ask them to plan and present the model that they would like to follow. Okay, especially if they are a mid-level, like 1 or 2 years of experience, tell that person to, tell what would you do. Okay, so we want to grow our organization. You tell what you would do. Now, this shows their level of initiative. But because if the person, a salesperson, a really dynamic sales guy, would come and sit in front of you, and if that person is not able to say these are the things that I'm going to do to ensure that I'll bring sales for the organization, I am telling that that's not a right fit at all. If the person is just sitting there and then waiting for us to tell what he's supposed to be doing or she's supposed to be doing, I don't think that the person is ever going to succeed.
Yeah.
So it's important for us, that we make that person to come up with the plan by themselves and mutually create accountability criteria, KPIs and KRS, and they give ideas and mutually we come to an agreement that okay, this is what we are going to do. Okay, and this helps us to really understand their motivation levels. Are they really motivated to go and meet customers, cold calls, to to knock on doors or make phone calls or explore LinkedIn, and because those are not something that everybody are having the energy to do or the real drive to do. Not many people have the drive to do it. So, it's good for us to ask them to create a plan and present. Next is do not be in a hurry. This, of course, I learned it the hard way. Initially, I was just recruiting. If somebody says I want a job, I just recruit them. So then, of course, later on we changed it, especially for development and programming and all that. So we evaluate many candidates before selecting one. Do not be in a hurry to select the person. Even if you're taking 1 out of 100, it's fine, or maybe sometimes even more. Okay, wait until you find the right person. Okay, wait until the right fit is found. If you do not find the right fit, just ignore, keep going, keep looking, and it's extremely crucial to do that, especially for sales team. Find motivation on remuneration. Now, this is one aspect that I keep seeing is the most crucial aspect of finding the right sales team. How are they motivated when you talk about the remuneration? Whether they are okay with low fixed and high variable. Okay, if a salesperson is when you're presenting them a package and you present a low fixed and an extremely high variable package based on performance, and if they are not motivated with that and if they are insisting on a high fixed, it's an alarm bell. You'll have to understand that okay, whether the person is really going to perform high or are they going to get comfortable with a fixed pay and then just live on that. Okay, now this is a mistake that I've already made. Okay, so I know that you'll have to be very, very careful in fixing a remuneration, especially for a sales team. In fact, in one of the previous meeting, I remember someone telling that, especially a HR consultant telling that he used to be jealous looking at the salary levels or the remuneration of salespeople. And that's how it should be. The salespeople should earn so high because of their high performance. So, try to evaluate whether they are happy with this structure or they are not. They and misfits will leave soon, and some of them might just join saying that yeah, I'm okay with the low salary. I mean, low fixed but high variable. I'm okay with it. But once they realize very soon that they're not making much of money, they'll just leave. They'll not be able to continue. So this is one very, very important step that I would recommend for remuneration to fix on how to do it. So those are few ideas that I could come up with based on whatever experience I've had in the past. Now it's open for you. So please tell your name, company, location, category. Introduce yourself so that everyone knows, and then please share your views. How do you think we can hire the right sales team? Please go ahead, sir. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So can I come in?
Yes, yes, of course. Yeah, Vanya, please. I'm
Yeah,
free.
yeah, yeah. So, hello, good evening, everyone. So, I'm Vanya Grant from Chennai, Tambram, and I think regarding recruiting sales teams, one thing is that so many times what happens is sales teams, everyone may not be the right fit. So it is always good to have a team who we train also once they are onboarded, and properly uh, give them the resources of how you have been doing sales yourself, because everyone who is coming from different background and different businesses may not fit in exactly also. So always have the recordings, or uh, show them, no, let them shadow you once you are doing sales also. That will help them to learn also, if they have not uh, if they are not able to do the sales like you are doing. Yeah, so that is one thing which I wanted to stress.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think you're covering the aspect after recruiting the salesperson. Do you have any
Yeah, yeah,
point
yeah.
on how to recruit a right say? Do you have anything on that? Any thoughts on that?
Yes, on how to recruit also, there are different based on the business also. There are also people who are uh, recruiting based on commission also, only commission also.
Mm.
And that is one more strategy which you can use, where you don't have to pay the salary also. Um, but
Understood.
that should be something high ticket, and people have to agree for that also. That is one more idea which you can implement if you are having a business. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, Suresh sir, yeah.
Suresh Balachandra. Yeah. So two things. First of all, we have to see where our organization is when we are hiring a salesperson. So when you say Pathfinder, can you actually put a quantitative element in that, Thomas? Revenue
Okay.
wise or
Number, revenue,
business?
no, no.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean,
So
depends on
how do you
different.
define them that they are the Pathfinder phase? How do you define them then? How do you
Yeah,
define
yeah.
they are the Pathfinder phase?
Yeah, I'll probably go to that particular slide. This particular slide is from an organization called Entre Leadership. It's a US based organization. It's from them. So basically, the
Yeah.
idea is a treadmill is a solopreneur or an entrepreneur who's just starting, and they are just doing the treadmill. They're just trying to get things done. And once they have a basic operations, now the turnover might be just 1 lakh or it could be 1 crore. So it's not a turnover. Pathfinder is they have acquired some customers, they are getting the ball rolling, and things have started, but now they're looking at scaling up. So that a stage is what I understand from whatever entrepreneurship, thing. I just borrowed this image from there. So that's a stage
Yeah,
of
but
kind of
what I'm trying to understand is the sales hire is going to be the first hire of your company when it is a Pathfinder, or you have already hired certain people and you are looking for a sales
no,
hire?
no. Most probably Pathfinder stage is the entrepreneur has done the treadmill. He has come to a stage where the team has grown, the operational team and all those teams have grown, or the execution team has grown, and now they want to scale up. Now they want to get into the trailblazer place, where they have created a scaling up strategy also, and then they're trailblazing, they're growing, in a very good manner.
So
Yeah,
in that case, I have only two inputs from my side. First of
excellent.
all, always go for traits. Look for traits. Look for perseverance. Look for
Okay.
presence of mind. Don't go for skill assessment initially. So
Okay.
because even any skill is you can learn any skill from zero to and you can scale to infinite level, right?
Understood.
So and you know what kind of skills are needed in sales, because the sales is so huge and so diverse that every other company might need a different sales skill. So you have to understand whether I have the basement of trades where he will be or she will be learning the skills is essential to do the sales. That's one thing.
So
Second,
can I say coachable?
it's not, yeah, coachable. Yeah,
Mm.
coachable. Plus, she should have the. You can only
Great.
coach if
Somebody
he or she has certain amount of traits in that. You cannot actually coach from zero. So that's what I'm trying to
understood.
say. Again,
Understood.
whether they are actually having a presence of mind, how much perseverance they are having, and how much resilience they are having. So these are the basic traits of a salesperson who actually. So basically, I say that they should be courageous to approach a cold customer. There should be patience to get the result, and they should be resilient enough if they're getting no. So that's the three traits I will be looking actually if I'm hiring a salesperson.
Got it.
And second, actually, I will not pick the salesperson from the same industry. For example, if you're hiring person, you might be looking for a person who has sold software before. Rather than I would actually see whether he understands sales. The product is something which we can teach, which we are well versed actually,
Understood.
and we have to understand whether he understands sales. What do you mean by what do I mean by saying whether he understands sales? whether he understands sales as a system. Selling is different from understanding sales as a system. Sales as a system means you need to know how much revenue he has to bring in every single month, and for that, how much prospecting he has to do. For that, where I'm going to do the prospecting, and what are the hindrances I may face in each stage. So when he's understanding the sales as a system, then it is okay. Then the combination of understanding sales as a system plus basic traits, then he's a good fit for your sales. That's what I would like to say.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much. I mean, two very specific inputs, and that too, you were very specific on why you are giving those inputs. It is based on that Pathfinder stage, as you said. For this, you've come up with this. That's really
If you're
amazing.
hiring a sales guy who is in the software industry, he will be having his own assumptions. This will work. This will not work because the last company didn't work. So he will not actually go out and try things. He'll have a fixed template, which is rigid. And in Pathfinder, you have to be flexible.
Understood. Yeah.
At least till Trailblazer, you have to be flexible, I think.
Absolutely. I totally agree to that. Yeah. Correct. Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you. Yeah.
I had a question actually, and how much do we normally charge or give people if it is a salary and a percentage when it is commission?
Variable.
Any guidelines on that?
Basically, you give that industry standards or market status. For example, he has to rent a house, he has to get groceries. So the salary is actually paid according to that market standards, how the things are being sold to the market. But the incentive part comes how much he is selling on what price point. Actually. So there are two elements. There's one thing called sales cycle, and there is another thing called sales process. So if I have my ticket size is high, my sales process is limited. That means I'm going to repeat the same process for 3 to 4 times in the entire year. But I'll be making 1 crore rupees. Say my initial sale price is 35 lakh rupees, my high ticket. So I'll be doing the same process 3 to 4 times. And I'll do the sale, but the sales cycle will be long. It's not easy that I meet a stranger and get 35 lakh from him in next 1 month or 2 months. It will be taking minimum of 100 to 150 days. So based on those things, we will be actually calculating the percentages. If a good performer, the percentage from conversion rate. So we will have a minimum return on salary. So if I'm paying him 35,000 rupees as the base salary, I would require him to bring justice to that. So I would be expecting at least 3.5 lakhs of sale if I'm giving 35 rupees as a salary. There is 35,000 as a salary. Then beyond that, I'll have a slab. And then I'll be able to understand what is the sales cycle, what is the sales process, and I'll start from 8% is the least. If he's achieving the least, he's going to get 8% of the ticket size, and max is 20% of the ticket size.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thanks. That makes sense.
So if the sales cycle is actually, if the sales cycle is getting elongated, obviously ticket size is going to be a huge one. So 8% is going to be a good remuneration for him as a commission. If the sales cycle is very less, he's going to repeat the process again and again. So the quantification of the sales process is going to give him, the 8% is going to be more for him because of the quantification of the sales process. So in either way, it works for the team. And if he exceeds the slabs, so you can have this 8%, 12%, 18%, 22%, 22%. So you achieve certain limits, you cross over that, you will get the commission. That's how I be.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So let's move on. Thank you for that. And please invite your friends. And if you would like to take some topic you feel can help entrepreneurs and even the viewers who are, on the social media, please do let me know. You can take up one of the sessions and we can have a discussion. And we have other support systems. These are books that I would recommend for somebody in the Pathfinder stage of business. Okay, so let me be specific, and who really wants to scale up and grow. These are a few very good books. And of course, if you want much more specific books, please talk to Suresh sir. He is someone who really reads plenty of books and can recommend specific books for you. So please do reach out to him. And please share your questions in the group so that we can have the discussion happening there also, and we can also take it up as upcoming topics also that we can discuss. Thank you very much for your time, and it was great learning, especially for me. This is one topic that I really want to discuss on and get more and more information, because that's the only way to scale up, one of the ways to scale up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good night and have a great week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.